Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langland Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, I just want to say thanks for sticking around and being patient. I know this video is a little later than our usual time frame of between 9 to 10 o'clock, but we ran into some technical difficulties, so I appreciate you hanging around and catching me later than normal, and hopefully it'll be worth your wait. Alright guys, tonight we are going to tie some stuff together, and we are going to build on previous videos that we've done through the month of July, because we found something. And I think we're onto it, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments field below, and also get ready to share this out because I think it's worthy of sharing. You guys let me know if it is, and then you can share it out to whoever you want because I think we're onto something here. Everything is linked in the description box below, including the 2 prior videos I did related to this. Check it out, it's in the description, but now let's dive in. Alright, so here's the lead up. So back in early July, this was on July 7th, we covered how Cuomo came out and declared an emergency gun violence declaration disaster in the entire state of New York. Now, in that video, we covered a lot about this is more access to resources, this is a tremendous power grab, why does he want to grab more power in a continued emergency when it's not truly necessary? That was the big point of the video. And we hit on it and we moved on. It was weird. We expected more. We even said in the video, I expect to see this across the nation pretty soon, should it work. Because New York was the first one to do it. King Cuomo, right? Then we saw another one and did a second video about Philadelphia. Now in Philadelphia, the mayor declined to do this, and he got all kinds of hell from the Democratic council members directly below him, from the mayors, from the senators, from the state, everywhere. He was getting hell from everywhere because they really wanted him to declare Philadelphia a disaster area for gun violence, right? Associated to the health crisis, that whole kind of thing. And it allows them to tie in the existing previous emergency measures to get even more funding. Okay, you guys catching where I'm going here? Now, about the Philadelphia video, I said this, and check this out. But this is a concerted effort, and you're going to start seeing this all over. The reaction that they're having, the media is flipping out on him. The Democratic council members are flipping out on them. They are going nuts because they want this to go mainstream because they're seeing it as an opportunity to grab more power. All right. Well, we have more in the same vein of thinking. So I was doing my research for today's video, going through a bunch of articles, kind of seeing what's out there, and I ran across an article that said Flint, Michigan declares disaster emergency around gun violence. And I thought that was interesting because Flint, Michigan is significantly smaller than obviously New York, but also Philadelphia. So I clicked in the article, and I love local news reporting because they typically avoid the narrative, either on accident or on purpose. They just typically avoid the narrative because they're a smaller market and they're kind of speaking directly to the local audiences. Check out what happened in Flint, and this ties all of it together, and this is the part I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments below. So check this out. So City of Flint declares state of emergency against gun violence. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, caught my attention. The city has 7 days to operate under this emergency declaration with additional resources. Okay, what additional resources? Because if you go back and you look at the video about New York and also the video about Philadelphia's state of emergency for gun violence, it also mentioned resources. There's a tie-in. The next sentence is insane, and this is why I love local news. Check this out because they unraveled the whole thing for me. This state of emergency declaration allows the city to get additional money from the American Rescue Plan. $94 million has already been allocated to Flint in the American Rescue Plan, the $1 trillion spending plan that was passed by Congress in January, February of this year. Sound familiar? Trillions of dollars. $94 million is going to Flint. If they declare a national or a state level, actually really city level emergency, the declaration would include an additional $2.5 million to address gun violence. So by declaring an emergency around gun violence, and it's a disaster emergency, they get access to $2.5 million additional dollars on top of the $94 million that's been allocated from the original plan, which is around 2.5% additional increase just by doing a 7-day emergency declaration. Back that out to Philadelphia, back that out to New York. This is about money and power. And if you think that $2.5 million going into the city coffers to the discretion of the people in power, the mayor of that local city, where do you think that money's going to end up? Maybe the vendors that may or may not have an existing relationship with the politicians, since they tend to be opportunists nationwide at any level. If this gun violence epidemic push is not only about power, but it's also about just raiding the piggy bank of the federal government. They are going to be so screwed later on. But what do you guys think? Do you see the lines drawing together? Am I making this up in my crazy town? Because I just drew for you from state level to city level to smaller city level. They're all trying to do it. And I bet you, my bottom dollar, you're going to start seeing this nationwide on big cities and small cities and some state levels, because there's a direct tie-in to more funds if they just simply declare that simple emergency in a very simple executive order. What city do you think is next coming to a state near you? Let me know in the comments below. And until tomorrow, I'm Braden. Thanks for being patient, and I'll see you tomorrow.